Yeah, so let's start today's video with cubic polynomials. I have my simple example, that is x cube minus 6x square plus 11 minus 6. Before factorizing, our main thing is to identify the coefficients. We know the general formula or the general form of cubic polynomial is x cube minus plus bx square plus cx plus d. Yeah, I am using different colors so like you can differentiate properly the coefficients. So my a here, it will be 1 because the given polynomial is 1x cube. Good. My b here is minus 6. I've circled it. My c is equal to 11. I've circled that too. And my d here is minus 6. Cool. So we have like identified all the coefficients. Now our main job is to find out which number is a 0 and which polynomial is a factor. So I have two properties. If the sum of all zeros is equals to 0, like a plus b plus c plus d is equals to 0, then 1 is 0 and x minus 1 will be a factor of that polynomial. Cool. I guess you got it. I have another property which says that a plus c is equals to b plus d. If that becomes true, then minus 1 is equals to 0. I'll talk about this property in a later videos, but let's focus on the first one. Now here, let's find out the sum of the coefficients. 1 plus of minus x plus 11 plus of minus 6. Yeah, 1 plus 11 is 12, minus 6 plus of minus 6 is minus 12, which is 0. Cool. So it satisfies my first property, that the sum of all zeros is equal to 0. Yeah. So cool. Let's now like use synthetic division to carry out the total factorization. So now here, let's take a box. I have my 1 as 0 outside. All the coefficients in the box: 1, minus 6, 11, minus 6. Cool. Yeah. So now my coefficient of x cube will be 0. So I have written down 0. So when you add 1 plus 0, this gives you of 1. 1 into 1 is 1. Minus 6 plus 1 is minus 5. And when you multiply it into 1, it gives me of minus 5. Once again, same thing. Add, which gives me of 11 minus 6 is plus 6. Plus 6 into 1, and second gives me of plus 6. Minus 6 plus 6, 0. That 0 is my remainder. So now, I have my polynomial factorized. We are halfway. X minus 1 into x square minus yx plus 6. Cool. In previous videos, we talked about quadratic, like factorizing them. So let's apply them here. When I multiply minus 3 and minus 2, I'm getting 6. And when I add minus 3 and minus 2, I'm getting... sorry, I wrote it wrong. Let me clarify it out. When I multiply minus 2 and minus 3, I'm getting plus 6. And when I add them, I'm getting minus 5. So I'll split that middle term. Yeah, I have written that 6 is equals to a into b and minus 5 is equals to a plus b. So here my a is equals to minus 3, b is equals to minus 2. I splitted the middle term in that way, giving off that. Now, in that, I can take the first two terms, x as common, leaving me off as x minus 3. And in the second, I took 2 common, leaving me off. Minus 2 common, leaving me off my x minus. Take that x minus 3 common, which will leave me off with x minus 1 into x minus 3 into x minus 2. So that is my answer. And that is my factorized form for the first polynomial. Here is another problem. Let's take x cube let me write it again neatly. X cube plus 3x square minus 4x minus 12. We have one property that if the ratios of the first and second coefficient is equal to ratio of third and fourth, then we can just like take common. So first let's identify the coefficients as the before question. My a here will be 1, my b here will be 3, my c here will be minus 4, and my d here will be minus 12. So a by b, if it is equal to c by d, let's check it. 1 by 3 is equals to minus 4 by minus 12, which is nothing but 1 by 3 is equals to 1 by 3. Cool. So the ratio a by b is equals to c by d. So we can just simply like take common from the first two terms and the last two terms. So from the first two terms, I can take x square common, leaving me off x power 1 plus 3. And in the next problem, in the next two terms, let's take minus 4 common, leaving me off x plus 3. As you can see, x plus 3 and x plus 3 are common. So let's take those common, leaving me off with x plus 3 into x square minus 4. Yeah, we are halfway. Now the second term I can like factorize by using one identity. A square minus b square is equals to a plus b into a minus b. Okay, so let's identify a and b. My a here is x square, my a here is x, my b here is 2. Let me show you how it I wrote those. X plus 3 into x square minus 2 square. Here, if you observe from the formula, you're getting a is equals to x, b is equals to 2. Upon further factorizing, we'll get x plus 2 into x minus 2 and drop down the first term, that is x plus 3. Yeah, so this is your factorized polynomial for the given polynomial. Yeah, now this is another example, that is 2x cubed minus 5x square minus 4x power 1 plus 3. Let's identify what is a, b, c. My a is equals to, my b is equals to minus 5, my c is equals to minus 4, my d is equals to 3. Let's take this sum. 2 minus 5 minus 4 plus 3. No, not equal to 0. Let's check a plus c is equals to b plus d. Yeah. So we know that if that happens, minus 1 will be my 0 and x plus 1 is a factor. So 2 plus of minus 4 is equals to minus 5 plus 3. Minus 2 is equals to minus 2. Yes, so it satisfies that property. So I can say that minus 1 is one of the 0 of that polynomial. Let's take a box. Let's do synthetic division again. It's my favorite process. So yeah, take a box, take the 0 out of the box, let all the coefficients to minus 5, minus 4 plus 3. Yeah, now the first, it will be 0 because x cube coefficient is 0. Add the 2 plus 0, it is 2. Multiply and write it again, minus 2. Minus 5 plus of minus 2, minus 7. Multiply it again into minus 1, which gives me of plus 7. Minus 4 plus 7 is 3. 3 into minus 1 is minus 3. And last it's 0, which is my remainder. So when I factorize it, let me write it here. When I factorize it, I'm getting x plus 1 because minus 1 is 0, so x plus 1 will be one of my factor. And when I write those in that quadratic form, it will be 2x square minus 7x plus 3. We are still halfway, so let's factorize the quadratic. Yeah, so as we know that a into c is equals to 2 into 3, which is 6. 6 is equals to a into b. Sorry, my bad, I got it wrong. Let me erase. Yeah, a into b. And my minus 7 is a plus b. Here a is equals minus 6 and b is equals minus 1, which satisfies my property. Here I gave the proof that 6 is equals to minus 6 into minus 1. Minus 7 is equals to minus 6 plus of minus 1. So let me factorize it. 2x square minus xx minus x plus 3. Cool. Now take the first two terms. Yeah, I have highlighted how did I factorize. How did I split that minus 7. Yeah, now let's factorize it. I'm using a bright color. Okay, so let me take 2x common from the first two terms, leaving me off with x minus 3. And let me take minus 1 common, leaving me off my x minus 3 common again. Yeah, so I highlighted the part that I'm taking x minus 3 common, leaving me off with x plus 1 into x minus 3 into 2x minus 1. Yeah, I circled that. So this is my factorized form. So here is the last problem which will make you master it. So here x cube minus 4x, my ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d is my general form for cubic. But two terms are missing. So how do you write that? Let me show you. 1x cube plus 0 into x square minus 4x plus 0. So you don't have those two terms, so I'm keeping this coefficient as 0. So here my a is equals to 1, b is equals to 0, c is equals to minus 4, d is equals to 0. When I check, when I add the terms, when I add the coefficients and add the alternatives, minus 1 is not a 0, 1 is 0. 1 is also not a 0. That's why I kept cross mark. Let's try with 3. Let's try with 2, sorry. 2 cube minus 4 into 2, 8 minus 8, 0. Cool. So 2 is my 0 and x minus 2 is my factor. Very good. So we got our 1 of the 0. Let's keep that 1 of the 0 outside the box and keeping the coefficients of a, b, c, d inside. So that will be 1, 0, minus 4, 0. So that will be 1 plus 0, that is 1. 1 into 2 is 2. 2 into 2 is 4. Sorry, that's minus 4. Small correction. That's minus 4. Yeah, let me correct it. Yeah, minus 4. Minus 4 plus 4, which is 0. And 0 into 2 is 0, leaving me off remainder of 0. And my quadratic form will be x square plus 2x plus 0. Cool. So I have my x minus 2. I have my x square plus 2x plus 0. 0 doesn't make any difference, so I'm taking x common from the second term, leaving me off with x minus 2 into x plus 2. So totally my answer will be x minus 2 into x plus 2 into x, and this is my final answer. I hope you find this video interesting, knowledgeable. Thank you.